What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back to more Final Fantasy XVI. So, took a short break from making the Let's Play to upload the Stagger Guide. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Basically, went in and just fiddled around to put out the most damage that I could possibly do. Managed to get up to, let me see how much it was exactly. It was pretty impressive. 243,000, and that was with timing being a little bit iffy, so definitely 250k possible with what we're running right here. Very similar to what I had been doing, but I changed it up very slightly. We are popping Diamond Dust to immediately hit the 150 stagger, shoving a Judgment Bolt on in right after doing that. Level 5, Zan Tetsuken, I'm constantly butchering that. Disable Limit Break, Lightning Rod into Dancing Steel, re-limit break for another level 5, and then we throw on out a Giga Flare, and it's pretty potent. A couple things that I would actually like to change here though, but I'm short. So apparently I can use Cold Snap to freeze enemies during their stagger bar here. Someone pointed out. So using this, I can keep the stagger going even longer, but to put Shiva on deck, I would need to have this mastered, and I'm about 250 points shy of getting Judgment Bolt. I mean, because I would unmaster this. So 250 more points, we will pick up Judgment Bolt and then try that combo. Long term, I might actually drop off Raging Fists, and instead of that, I could fit in Flames of Rebirth, or actually I really like Raging Fist, so what I'd probably do is drop Lightning Rod and put Flames of Rebirth on instead. But either way, for now, let's go on over, talk to Vivian, and then we'll be on our way with more quests.
Vivian, I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable, that it can be changed, provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Another thing for the Wall of Depression. Got something for me? What do we got? What do we got? Curse breakers across this creature while searching for survivors near the abandoned village of Garnick. Misled by the appearance and thinking it might be a local woman, they went to offer help. Garnick in Waloed. Okay. You go on over there. I'll turn this one in while we're right here. And then we're going back to Waloed, it looks like.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may? The bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces. Like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering, and in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Well, that gives me the points I needed. I could certainly try out the Shiva thing. I was thinking though, with my current setup, I actually, I might be able to throw Ramuh's little lightning track thing on the enemy, but I'm not sure how much damage that actually does. I also don't know how slow time is while I use it, so Shiva is probably the safe bet. Wait, no. What does the Master of You do? Increased duration. Okay. I can get by without that. But that gives me something to work towards. Alright, so we are going to turn you into Shiva. Diamond Dust. I can't get away. I'm like, all right, we're getting ready to move. Oh, just kidding. Here's another quest. You know, it's like, I don't hate it though. I'm still, it's rare that I will put so many hours into a game, an RPG, that's as narrative heavy as this, and I don't find myself getting bored. Like, by this point in Elden Ring, for the most part, I was like, time to smash, time to smash, time to smash. Like, there were lore things I was still interested in, but I was just like, you know, combing and smashing. So I'd say that kept my interest. Skyrim, by this point, I was kind of just doing my own thing. From porch demand your attention. Bitch. Oh, something concerning Dion. Let's go check it out.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Actually, God of War, I think, was holding my interest pretty long, too. God of War, I had fun all the way through the end. Horizon 2. Horizon, I was having fun. Though I like the combat in this a lot more.
Lawsman Hippocrates. I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion. But I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Cid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education. All to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons. His studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Come on, man. You know ain't nothing gonna be a threat to me. Okay. First, let's shoot back over here. These all connected? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Well, that's easy. Actually, I need to... Maybe I should just run. I want to test the cold snap combo a little bit. Because I didn't play much with it, but... I mean, let me look at this skill. Let me get a better understanding of how it works. Because I really just kind of, like, fiddled around with it. Attacking while sliding can freeze enemies. Dodge attacks can be used while sliding to execute a follow-up attack causing frostbite. Enemies struck or frozen. Precisely dodging with cold snap freezes all enemies in a radius. This is permafrost. Permafrost duration is determined by strength of the attack dodged. Increase permafrost duration from mastery. Inflict an enemy with frostbite. Inflict an enemy with permafrost. So I don't even necessarily care about the.
Don't get surrounded.
Attacking with circle while sliding can temporarily freeze enemies. Oh, okay. I was like, why is this not working? I need to. Alright, I understand it.
It's over.
Okay, I got it. Don't know
Let's go.
if this thing is gonna have enough help.
Run like the wind.
And actually, when I hit this combo, when in the training room, I had to put on infinite health for the thing I was fighting just to make sure it didn't die before I finished the whole combo. So, if this hunt gets absolutely obliterated, I will not be surprised.
Back to the stables, go.
You're like a kind of, huh? It's like one of the Garuda sisters, but not.
Its madness lives on.
It's absolutely like one of the Garuda sisters. And it comes out fast. Damn.
To me, boy.
Put my regular potions back on. I don't have any. Okay, let me just work this down. Just look out there for me where I'm gonna. Work that gauge down a little bit. Oh, just barely out of the way. It's a minute cooldown on that. Let's get it charged up. Alright, we're gonna cast that. That's not gonna make it. It's gonna die. Definitely not gonna make it up to the 200k mark. That's like the biggest problem with this. You're doing so much damage that most enemies just aren't gonna survive. We got one over there, a tale to tell. Well, let's travel on over. I feel like we just can't get out of Waloed. I mean, it makes sense, like, you know, it's a whole continent, so.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Come on. Let's kill this thing too. Oh wow, that stagger bar did not last at all. Here for the flowers, get out of my damn way.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Turn that one in. I need to get potions and stuff anyway. A new missive. Okay, doesn't look like this one's a quest.
Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. What are you still here for? That poor hand of yours is suffering.
Ooh. Was that cool?
Go on, then. Do us proud.
We'll go take care of his thing first.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him. Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No, only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Man, some of these side quests are just hitting on the heartstrings a bit. Eagle failure cooldown by 6 seconds. I mean, I don't need to take 6 seconds off of a minute. Okay. So, looking at the map, dude, I know I said I was gonna do Hidalgo first, but there's like double quests in Northreach. Maybe let's wrap up here. Next episode, we'll hit up Northreach. There's two right there. Yeah, we'll do Northreach, and then we'll shoot over and do the Rosaria stuff, and then we'll swing through the lower end of the continent. I think that's the play. Either way, wrapping things up, and we have more side quests coming your way soon.